Well, with the new update for Roblox Doors FLOOR 2, you already know there's going to be a ton of new hidden secrets within the game. These are 25 plus hidden secrets in the new Doors FLOOR 2 update. Let us know if you found more below, and you better like and subscribe or else it's game over for you. Secret number 1, the lobby of the update has changed quite a bit. You used to not be able to go down this stone staircase before the update dropped, but currently it's now possible to walk all the way down, though there's nothing going on down here just yet. Secret number 2, if you wait 5 minutes within the opening lobby of the mines, you will notice all the lights will start to break and the room will become dark. If you wait even longer in another room, you'll eventually run into the dread entity. Secret number 3, you can actually ride the minecart in the second room of the mines. What you have to do is push the minecart away to the left in order for it to fall down to respawn, and then just stand where it respawns. You'll land right on top of the minecart. You can even push it too while on top for a quick ride. Secret number 4, glue bats actually have different sounding heartbeats when they're still in their eggs. If you look closely, you can see their larvae through the translucent egg, and each egg does have a different pace for their heart rate. Secret number 5, as a part of the Doors 2 update, Floor 1 also got an update, but players are able to encounter this very interesting design on some of the bookshelves. It does resemble that of Seek in their damn version. Secret number 6, if you look up at the ceiling, you will notice a giant hole that is found within the pipes. It's a bit strange why this is there, but Figure actually drops down from this pipe as he somehow made his way into the mines. Secret number 7, in some of the unnumbered doors, you will find a secret hidden room that contains a bunch of flowers. In some versions, you will find one with a giant tree growing in the middle of it, and if you're really lucky, you may be able to find the shears and other OP items within them. It really doesn't hurt to check out some of these unnumbered rooms. Secret number 8, there will always be hidden OP items within your confrontation with the Halt entity. About a third of the way into a specific map, you'll find the first toolbox on the ground, and about 2/3 of the way in, you'll find another. These toolboxes will drop some really helpful items such as bulk lights and item packs, so make sure you pay attention to the details. Secret number 9, in the ending cutscene of Floor 2, you can notice that Grumble has a really big scar at the top of its head before getting consumed by Seek. This is interesting as we're not really sure why the Grumble would have such a big scar, though it could have been from the Door 150 escape. Secret number 10, what's even more interesting is that Grumble at the end of the cutscene actually has 8 tentacles compared to the normal Grumble that only features 5 tentacles. Could this be some type of special green Grumble that the nest was protecting? The Doors Wiki also mentions that it could be a Alpha Grumble, which is very interesting. Secret number 11, the entity Giggles itself is actually a resemblance of an older entity. It can be seen as a reference to head crabs seen throughout the Half-Life series and facehuggers from the Alien franchise, though many will say it was created due to the bald screech bug. Secret number 12, the description of the Giggles achievement, Just a Prank, is actually a resemblance of a very popular meme, It Was Just a Prank Bro. Secret number 13, within the courtyard of Floor 1, there's actually a hidden basement door that is covered with vines. If players cut this basement door with a pair of shears, they will then be able to reach a room with some gold and items. Secret number 14, the glue bats warring echoing throughout the mines from Floor 2 is very similar and could be a reference to antlion sounds from Half-Life Alyx. What's with the developers' obsession with Half-Life so far, huh? Secret number 15, at the mid-run shop within Doors Floor 2, we can notice all of our entity buddies having fun as usual, but when you try to stop Jeff's music, he will seemingly become annoyed and will bang on the radio again to keep it running. Secret number 16, also within the mid-run shop, if we head over to the pool of water on the right side of the map, we can notice a very strange vine holding onto a big lamp post. The vine does have big large thorns all over the arm as it reaches into this broken sewer-like structure of the shop. Could this actually be a hint at another entity in the near future? Secret number 17, upon closer inspection of Jeff, we can notice something strange is going on with his eyes as well. It seems like the entity is wearing some type of goggles now. The entity's eyes does look exactly the same back at floor 1, which is strange. Secret number 18, if you do decide to be a generous soul and tip 100 gold into Jeff's jar in the new floor update, you will get very happy as his eyes squints before reaching for the jar and tossing the coins back into his stash. And yes, we tried using a glow stick to take a peek, but we were unsuccessful. Secret number 19, towards the second part of the mines, if you swim around during the deeper parts of the water and you tilt your camera to the ground, you can actually swim within the mines, which is really interesting. You will also begin to lose your breath as long as you keep your head under the water, assuming that it's actually possible to die due to drowning in the game now. Secret number 20, as we can see in the courtyard, the guiding light statue has changed significantly since the last update. He now does an interesting pose, wielding his sword down into the base of the statue, and also what seems to be a crown being crooked on its head. One could wonder if this specifically signifies anything. Secret number 21, in front of the guiding light statue, we can actually notice a small plaque that has some interesting little characters inscribed on it. They look like that of a specific code that we'll need to crack later on. Secret number 22, it's actually possible for floor 1 to have over door 100, even though the developer specifically intended the floor to have up to 100 rooms only. The reason is that dupe is now able to confuse players within the courtyard, and some of the dupe doors does indeed go above 100. Secret number 23, you can actually see a part of floor 2 from within floor 1, especially if you're outside around the courtyard. The woods that you can see to one end of the map is actually the setting where the ending cutscene and exit for floor 2 is. It's too bad we can't just jump over this fence in order to say we've beaten floor 2. Secret number 24, towards the ending of doors floor 2, we can start to notice a lot more barrels that are, for some reason, on fire. Inside the barrel just seems to be a bunch of wood being burned inside the metal canister, and there's even an interactable prompt that shows up if the player gets too close. Perhaps there may be a deeper puzzle, because it doesn't make any sense why these would be down in the sewers of all places. Secret 25, at the ending cutscene of the game, if you actually take the time to roam around the ending courtyard, you will notice the backside of the hotel resembles that of a castle. What's interesting about this is that the guiding light, especially as shown in their statue form, does wield the sword and crown on the head, giving off a medieval style. And with the castle style going on towards the end of the game, could both of these have a correlation when it comes to the deeper lore of the game? You better like and subscribe, because more secrets will be out as soon as I can find them.